He was once a Special Forces member, took down a thug in one move, and the boss humorously looked out. An accident occurred, but a crazier story was coming. The lawyer advised the man, plead guilty for a delightful discount. A 10-year sentence could be reduced to 4 or even 1 with good behaviour. At first, he wasn't thrilled, with a family waiting. He ended up admitting to manslaughter, but because he had military training, the judge saw him through some special glass. With his impressive combat skills that could take someone out in one go, he got sentenced to 7 to 10 years. And so, the man started his prison life diary. His wife and daughter became his survival motivation, walls plastered with her smiling face as she grew. Even in prison, he felt lucky. As his daughter started school, chatting with her became a big part of his life. 8 years later, he earned parole. The day he left prison was his daughter's birthday, so he flew out urgently. However, this flight was exclusive for delicate felons, with a crew resembling Star Wars villains, especially vigilant of potential trouble. On board, there was a mad killer nicknamed Bad Billy, and another guy named Diamond Dog, who once showcased his vintage book. His story is about to become a movie. This deadly virus certainly had a colourful past, with kidnapping, robbery, and murder all in a day's work. After sitting in jail for 25 years, he earned 2 degrees and allegedly took out 11 of his buddies. What a busy bee! He even pulled off 2 escape attempts while keeping his grades up in prison. So our hero Cameron was all in to get home quickly, giving this plane a fast pass. Even before the plane took off, the agents were worried, hoping these supervillains wouldn't run amok together. As the plane taxied, prisoners started their act, pulling out a bobby pin from thick prison uniform. The big shots started unlocking their cuffs, and our hero used regurgitation to create chaos. This bro, you really thought he was a plague. He sprayed some unknown liquid on the pilot, and then lit a match, turning the plane into a party zone. The big guy grabbed a fire extinguisher. The lady cop followed the little guy. The little guy snatched the keys, unlocked the cells, and Jones took out the officer. The big guy returned, took down Jones, and everyone thought it was over, but it was a multi-stage drama. Sello sprang into action, heading for the cockpit, preemptively taking out the Russian co-pilot. A few shots hit one of the musicians, but against Sello, he was no match and was eventually taken out. At this critical moment, the figure of the ghost stepped forward courageously. Now the cops were the ones handcuffed, and the handsome guy's expression said it all. This is not my day. Suddenly, Cameron stood up to stop him. The young stud was ready to keep going when the big dude made a grand entrance. Even the toughest characters have their fears, and now they were all banking on Sello. 6 prisoners were to disembark next, followed by 10 more. They planned a normal descent. Who wouldn't want a perfect escape? For real freedom, safe landing was crucial, orchestrated by a big-time drug lord. As long as they rescue his son, these guys could leisurely enjoy life afterwards. While unshackling, the undercover cop sees the little dude, ordering Sello to drop the gun. Cameron advised, too impulsive. Don't forget, after dropping the gun, you're the hostage. These guys weren't going to go on a killing spree just yet, but the undercover cop was too inexperienced, and he didn't wait for the right moment, leading to his tragic demise. He just wanted to save the undercover, but ended up in the territory of the deadly virus. In Carson City, 2 prisoners missed disembarking, hit by a stray shot, perfect swap opportunity. However, Cameron was wavering on seizing the chance to save others, because, come on, who wants to volunteer when you're already a prisoner? With peer pressure in tow, they became volunteers, and the brothers were quite worried. Once I get off this plane, there's no coming back, he promised his buddies, but he'll cause a scene to make sure they don't take off. Luckily, the pilot would be called off the plane, but to prevent him from screaming, Sello decided to give them the most gentle shut-up. Cameron's plan has completely fallen apart, with his actions being overly hasty and rushing ahead too fast. Sello trusted him, swapped in a white cop, leaving friends and the bound female officer puzzled. He just didn't want to leave them. Cameron found a crucial tip from the deceased undercover, detailing the plane incident. Meanwhile, in Sello's cell, the cops found something suspicious, a plane blueprint. They also uncovered some confidential files. The plane landed in Carson City, and outside it looked like a desert, with all the guards peering out like cartoon caricatures. Cameron seized the opportunity to slip the tape onto the officer. Sello successfully got 6 prisoners off the plane. They were cleverly hooded, and among them was the plan pilot, and there was the drug lord's son too. The confused prisoners felt like they had stepped into another prison. Everyone was super excited and quickly dismantled the plane's locator, with the little guy taking charge of the cleanup. The little dude was really bright and cleverly placed the locator on a sightseeing plane instead. The last prisoner was added last minute. Sello, learning his name, was shocked. Such a little fella. This little guy left quite an impression indeed. He was even locked up specifically with self-defense props at his urethra. This pal had supposedly disassembled those bad guys from Southeast Asia's shores and claimed some twisted connection with the Manson family. He was on the right flight, yet somehow also in the jail here. The detectives found some secrets in the files and suddenly fixated on a Last Supper card featuring several piercing eyes.